I never expected a simple DNA test to destroy 15 years of trust. It was supposed to be a fun family activity, one of those ancestry kits everyone seemed to be trying. Instead, it uncovered a secret my wife had buried for over a decade, a secret she never intended for me or anyone else to discover. And after hearing the truth, I questioned everything I thought I knew about our marriage. My name is Ben. My wife Hannah and I had been married for 15 years. We had 2 wonderful kids, stable careers, and what most people would call a happy marriage. Like any couple, we'd had arguments, but we always worked through them. I never doubted her loyalty, never doubted her honesty. If someone had told me there were secrets between us, I would have laughed. Then our daughter bought us DNA ancestry kits for Christmas. She thought it would be a fun way to learn more about our family history. None of us expected what would happen next. A few weeks later, everyone's results arrived. The kids were excited. They compared ethnic backgrounds and searched for distant relatives. Then, Hannah's phone buzzed. A close family match had appeared. Only, it wasn't anyone we recognized. The profile belonged to a 19-year-old woman, listed as Hannah's biological daughter. At first, we assumed the website had made a mistake, but Hannah's reaction told a different story. She turned pale. Her hand started shaking, and without saying a word, she walked out of the room. That's when I knew the results were real. That evening, Hannah finally sat down with me. Tears filled her eyes before she even spoke. She told me that when she was 17, she became pregnant. Scared and alone, she gave birth to a baby girl. Unable to provide the life she wanted for her child, she chose adoption. Only a few people ever knew: her parents, the adoption agency, and herself. When we met years later, she convinced herself that chapter of her life was over. She never told me because she feared I'd see her differently, or worse, leave. The secret itself wasn't what hurt me most. It was knowing we'd built 15 years of marriage without complete honesty. We shared everything, or at least I believed we did. Now I realized there was an entire part of her life I'd never known existed. I kept wondering if she could hide something this significant. What else didn't I know? For days I barely slept, not because I was angry, because I felt lost. A month later, Hannah received a message. Her biological daughter wanted to meet. She wasn't looking for money. She wasn't looking for parents. She simply wanted answers. I watched Hannah prepare for that meeting with more fear than I'd ever seen. When they finally met, there were tears, long hugs, and years of unanswered questions finally finding their place. Watching them together changed something inside me. I realized Hannah hadn't hidden the truth out of cruelty. She had hidden it out of fear. Fear that her past would erase the life she'd built. That doesn't excuse the secret. Trust matters. Honesty matters. But people also carry painful chapters they're terrified to revisit. Sometimes silence isn't meant to deceive. Sometimes it's meant to protect. Unfortunately, silence often hurts the people we love anyway. Today, our marriage is stronger than it was before. Not because the secret disappeared, but because it finally stopped being a secret. I've learned that love isn't about believing someone has a perfect past. It's about deciding whether you can accept the truth when it finally comes to light. And sometimes, the hardest conversations become the ones that save a relationship. If your partner revealed a life-changing secret after many years together, would you be able to forgive them? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more real-life confessions and emotional stories.